You're watching SuckProfessor. Hello, everybody. Episode 110 here of our blind Valheim playthrough, solo. We're doing this without Google or tips. The occasional mysterious wisdom will be bestowed upon us by our friend Video James. But beyond that, though, we are not tapped into the greater spirit of greater knowledge for this game. Thus, my constant obstructive ignorance. And you know what? We're making the best of it. Look, we got serpent scales. I got to make a shield. Oh, God, I need a shield. Probably going to. I'm just going to hold off a little bit. For now, though, we're going fishing. Look at this. He's got a fishing pole. Let me see. Look at that's a pretty decent construction for this time of the world. You know, this era of history. See if we can spot some before we. You know, are they all gone because of the rain? I guess I should be picking up that flint since we're just around our house. Yeah, I'd rather be fishing in the sun. Oh, I think I see some out there. Yeah, there's one. Okay. That's pretty far. What do I do when it... Did that use a bait? Let me... Okay, each cast... Alright. Little weird. I don't think I'm going to get one off of this. Maybe. Take it! He... Okay. I just don't know how to fucking cast. Or catch it. When it bobs, I don't know if I'm supposed to... There's a button. Come on. Oh, I clicked and... Not all the way. Line broke. Just a little. There you go. I'm just going to let it go. There it goes. Is that where I'm supposed to react? Pressing the middle button, nothing. I'm fishing. I don't have time for other bites. There's only one bite on my mind right now. The bite of a woman. Okay, so just hitting that button fucks it up. And now I'm going to overthrow this one because it's too far. Don't break. Okay, turning around broke it. I wish there... No Huggins? No fucking bird tutorial? I can right click. Hooked! Can I just run up on land? That's actually a way of... That's nothing wrong with that. Okay. I can carry it around. Keep reeling it in. That's funny. Okay, got a raw fish. So exciting. Alright, we're gonna do one more. I don't know. Okay, so soft cast. I didn't do anything when it bit it, so I think I just let that happen, and I was just pressing down both buttons. It does have breaking lines. It does have enough. Come on, 1 star. 1 star perch. I mean, it does have enough nuance in the mechanics of this fishing thing that I feel like I could screw it up somehow. Okay, that's right-clicking. Hooked. Okay. Don't be too aggressive. Let him tucker himself out. Or herself. Get on land. Lost catch! No, it didn't. No catch. Alright, one more. I can't. They're biting. You don't go in when they're biting. They're Joe biting. Alright, so I'm going to right-click when it goes down. I'm going to get a good bite. I like to bobber fish. I do various types of casting and jigging when I'm out in the boat. That was like a slow pull. This feels big. Can I catch a serpent this way? And, come on. Feels like this guy's putting up a fight. I don't want to stress it too much. Oh, see, I could tell something was going on with that one. But I'll bobber fish off the boat too, but not a lot of space to do that. Plus, moving around bobbers. But back at the dock, it's fun to bobber fish and catch stuff. Mostly little things. Occasionally you catch a decent fish off of a hook and a worm. And, yeah. It's just nice, and I like the kind of old-timey relaxation part of it. Just waiting, just sitting there going, well, something's going to happen, maybe, maybe not. Here we go. Here's a big one. Come on. Hooked. Nice and close. Just pressing E. Yes! Okay. Oh, I love it. Look at that. So how much bait? So I used 11 bait, and I got 4 fish. That's okay. For a first try out, I'd say that was a resounding success. Our bee swarm is expanding greatly. All right, man. That's... Whoa. Get up out of there. All right. So, fishing chest. Are there different kinds of fish out in different spots in the world? And... Uh-oh. Let's get some wood. And we'll fry up our fish. Does this thing... Any fish... Oh, serpent stew. Wow, that's... And it's only 2 honey and 1 mushroom. That's the bee's knees, man. Cooked fish. Okay. Alright, where's the serpent meat? It must be in our meat drawer. With yummier flesh. No idea. Cooked fish is $45.25. A lot of fish, though. God, I don't even want to use my serpent in anything. And mushroom. Oh, I need a cooked serpent. Okay. I love it. So big. It's very satisfying for some reason. Check out that big hunk of flesh. No, I don't mean my bicep. That's the kind of jokes I would make. Until my friends murdered me for being too funny. Alright, what am I Oh yeah, I was gonna eat. Carrot stew is 20 and 60. The serpent stew is 80, 80, and it lasts for the longest time. I don't know if it gets better than that. I mean, 2,400 seconds. 60 divided by... Is that 40 minutes? 6 times 4 is 24. Oh, yeah. And, I mean, what does just one cook thing do? 70, 40. What? Oh, it's just done, huh? That's all you gotta do. Whew. I almost feel bad using it. Even though what's the point of having it if you're not gonna frickin' use it? Let's make some carrot stew. I'm liking the carrots. And maybe, 4, 5. Want to hear something nuts? You guys gotta brace yourselves for this. I want you to not freak out. Because you, based on your cultural conditioning, there's a very good chance that you will. Alright? And I'm not making this up. Sounds like something I would make up. Actually, no, it doesn't. What I'm saying now sounds like something I would make up. I would say before something I would make up. But also, why would I lie about what I'm about to tell y'all? Here we go. I'm nervous all of a sudden. Why am I getting nervous about this? I have not eaten food since Thursday in about 48 hours. I'm fasting right now. Now, before you freak out, I have calories. I have lots of calories available. I'm wearing lunches and dinners. I've got a lot of ice cream and pizza and healthy food too that was turned into fat. My body is covered in calories and biological batteries. So you can tell I'm cogent. I mean, for me, that's always a stretch. But I went for a hike today up a hill. I have had coffee with a little cream, so I guess you could say I probably had under 100 calories. I don't know how much is in the cream. But I'm not saying anybody else should do this. You could research it, though, and figure out if it's okay for you. There is very safe and... I'm being distracted here. Okay, what are some soups I could make out of the barley? That's what I'm looking for. Fire resistance. Yeah, since I switched about 3 years ago, and I didn't do good with my diet with food over the last year. I've gained some weight and feel pretty conscientious of that. Oh yeah, I have barley. Why am I not growing barley like crazy out in that carrot farm of mine? Okay, I'm farting around too much here. Let's just put some shit away and get moving. I'm not going to bring the carrot stew yet. But we are going to bring good eats for our fight against the jerks. Yeah, so I feel a tinge of hunger right now, but you'd think like if you have no food for 2 days that you're going to be utterly incapacitated by it'll be like a dominant condition in your life. And what I've learned, not to say that it's always so simple, don't just assume this is the end of it. If you've never heard of this stuff before, you've heard of people fasting. You know that for the Muslims fast during Ramadan and stuff like that. Fasting has existed in human cultures for centuries and millennia, and it's very much likely a major part of our ancestors' lives too. That is to say, they didn't have 7-Elevens or refrigerators or Hardware Hanks, that's a real store, to go buy themselves a Snickers bar. They also didn't have a lot of carbohydrates. They had mostly animal products. They did eat some root vegetables, and they did have honey. They ate honey. So humans can process carbs, although I don't mean to be getting into my food advocacy bullshit. I'm not trying to persuade anybody, but just my understanding of it. resonates strongly with the concept of eating. We should be running on fuel that our bodies are designed to run on, and our bodies were designed over millions of years before agriculture and human civilization showed up about 10 to 12,000 years ago and fucked it all up. So anyway, when I do eat better, and I might get Chinese food tonight, which is just a giant puddle of carbs. It's so good. I eat mostly fat and proteins, but fat and carbs are sort of the two, like, calorically dense. I mean, there's obviously calories in protein too, but it's, all three are the macronutrients. People didn't evolve with chronic exposure to insulin, and insulin is produced when your blood sugar goes up. And your blood sugar goes up when you eat some kind of carbohydrate. And in our world, you're eating carbohydrates from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, almost, with snacking encouraged, and you get hungry in between. 3 or 4 hours go by, you start to get hungry. 6, 7 hours, you're incapacitated with crippling hunger. Can't focus, can't do anything. And what I love most about the way I eat, it has its downsides. I could list those off, and I'm not going to go too much further along with this shit because I don't have any appropriate expertise to claim authority on any of it. But there's a lot of information out there. What am I trying to say? Oh, my relationship with hunger is totally different than it used to be. I've had weight issues during my life and been overweight most of it, especially since dang puberty. And am I going to need more than 63 iron arrows? Probably. But when I'm eating the way I've learned works for me in the last 3 years, I've lost a lot of weight that way. I feel good. I only eat once a day on those days anyway, which is a thing people do on purpose, but I was just doing it by accident because I just stopped feeling hungry all the time. It was really lovely. It's liberating to have your relationship with hunger changed. You have to be careful. People can develop, and it can be in conjunction with other psychological configurations that has to be respected. So it's not something to be done willy-nilly, because food is a very powerful and intimate thing. People get upset, though. People get real worked up about nutrition because people like to feel confident about their beliefs and their knowledge, and oftentimes there's not a very strong foundation for that knowledge, or for that confidence, I should say. There's a great book. I have yet to read it. I've only heard the author give many interviews, and this book is cited, and she's a respected journalist and author. Nina Teichholz, Teichholz. The book is called A Big Fat Surprise, and it talks quite a bit about the last 100 years, I think, but sort of like the ways that the sugar industry and the food industry has used its influence, as all industries do, try to, at least, to change laws, and with their allies, not to mention the confusion emerging from scientists who might have been funded by, I think it's, what's the name of the guy? It's not Kinsey, that's the sex doctor guy, the sex researcher. Anyway, there's a lot of history to, as with any industrial product, there's a lot of history to be learned, to explore and learn about. If you're at all curious about it, there's lots of information. I like the Reddit for keto, but I'm not trying to talk anybody into it. Some people do great with this stuff. Some people find it a little tough. I get tired of doing dishes all the time because mostly I cook, and fucking dishes get so annoying. Although I have to confess, my unbelievably gracious roommate should shoot me in the head for his patience is amazing. Not that it's the worst pile of dishes you've ever seen, but boy, oh boy, I could do better about that. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, I haven't had food. I feel good. I feel fine. I've done as much as a 96-hour fast, which is 4 days. I played tennis on the 4th day with a friend. Moderate I mean, the way we are, we both kind of suck. I mean, I played in high school, not like a shitty tennis player, but I definitely far from where I was in high school. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not going without food. I have tons of food. I just ate it several days ago. I just didn't eat any new food today. And with eating ketogenically, my insulin is lower on average, substantially, and that means that it's not around to block my own body fat access. Sorry, I'm losing my earpieces here. Because sorry, hang on. One of the things insulin does is it's a very powerful hormone, and it's extremely important. But one of the things it does is it inhibits your body's ability to access its own fat storage. And fat's a really beautiful substance. It's a brilliant evolutionary adaptation. One interesting angle to approach this whole topic from is look up how primates store fat compared to humans. We're different than the others. We're different than the gorillas and the chimps and the bonobos and the orangutans. They can have fat, but they're not fatty animals like we are. Ours is believed to be driven, our ability to slather our own bodies with endless amounts of fat. There's literally no limit other than just eventually you reach the physics barriers that can no longer, but it doesn't stop. And it's an adaptation to make the most out of food insecurity, food availability. So there were days where there was abundance and there was days where there wasn't abundance, which meant no problem. Without refrigerators, well, good news. You got all kinds of energy on your body, between your organs, throughout your whole system. It's kind of a glorious thing, in my opinion. And anyway, I'll stop. I hope some of that gave people some starting points for learning about it themselves. Because I've struggled with weight and all that kind of stuff my entire life. I still do. It's not solved. But I've never felt more empowered to manage that part of my life. How's that for you? I'm totally fine. Have a little Pepsi. Delicious. Okay, what are we doing, guys? We're gonna go back and murder those people. So what's our smart play here? I think I should put on all my armor. Really liking the way this house is starting to feel. There's a lot of differences. A lot of things I'd like to do, but okay. So it feels very dumb to keep this thing, to like wear that thing while fighting. I feel like dying with that thing on is just about the stupidest thing you could do. So let me put that away. Oh, I will say this finally, not that this, but like when you do actually eat after a fast, and I tend to fast every day, 24, like, because I only eat once a day, which is technically a 24-hour fast anyway. And if you're not literally eating right now, you're fasting right now. It just means you're not eating food. You're not adding new food to yourself. Breakfast, you've heard the word breakfast, is break fast, because your longest period generally without food is overnight. But people didn't always eat 3 meals a day with snacks in between. That's a condition of, you've been culturally conditioned to do that by the very profitable food industry. Yeah, so good times. All right, guys, so I guess we're good for this video. FT Ward says, I'm gonna eat a brat for you. Have at it. Put some mustard and some onions and some ketchup. I like onions and ketchup on my cylindrical meats. Enjoy it. And Butternickel says, I don't know, murder sounds fun. It is. It's fun. We're gonna go murder the greenheads. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm not sure how long this video was. We got a lot of killing ahead of us. So, man, I just love looking at all my stuff here. More things need to glow. More stuff needs to glow. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, Bum Rush Industries. See? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Sitting down on my plush rug here. And we're going to go kill those dudes. I would... Okay, we'll explain it when I get there. Bye-bye.